You know, as our producers have been scouring the show floor here at IFA in Berlin, especially Rick and Andy ran across this next guest who were very impressed with their technology. And when they described it to me here in our broadcast center, I said, we've got to get him on, of course, like most of our guests, because that's what we do. We scour the show floors and say, what is our audience interested in? And you know, we've talked for years about drones and about the various uses of drones. No wonder this one caught our attention. They're harnessing the power of static electricity for the greater good, they say. Again, that got our attention, so we thought we got to find out what this is all about. Mechanical design engineer from a company called Creative Technology is Thomas Nguyen. Thomas, welcome into Tomorrow. How you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you very much for welcoming me.
It's a pleasure. We're talking about a different, very different kind of drone. Yours is different in many ways. But first, tell me about Creative Technology, about the company a little bit.
So we are a Japanese company established in Japan for around 40 years now.
Ah.
We are initially in the semiconductor industry and contributing to the microchip production.
Okay.
And we are having this core technology of electrostatic technology. And we are willing in the recent years to expand this technology to other fields, such as consumer electronics, and that's the result.
So this is, in fact, oriented for consumers, right?
Exactly.
Designed for consumers. And then in a moment, Chris is going to show you his drone, and then you're going to tell us how it's so different, because how does it work with static electricity? Our producers described to me that it's cleaning the air.
Exactly.
In your home with a drone. We've not seen that before. So talk to us about, do you have a name for this drone other than Flying Air Purifier?
Yeah, this is the Flying Magic Cleaner.
The Flying Magic Cleaner. Well, that's appropriate. And how does it work?
So, well, this is a very classic drone airframe, like quadcopter.
Yeah.
It's equipped with a mapping system inside, integrated and in real time, that allows the drone to fly around your house without bumping into anything.
So much like, I guess the good example, a lot of our audience has robotic vacuum cleaners, right?
Exactly.
And it first maps the house,
Exactly.
and you can have restricted areas or not, or you can also identify a certain room you want it to go clean. Does this work similarly? Similarly.
So those functions are not yet available. They are programmable in the board, but so far the drone just maps around. It detects where the obstacles are, and then it creates a path to travel in a random way all around the room.
So it's flying, I guess, near the ceiling in the rooms,
exactly.
yeah? And then it's cleaning the air. It's purifying the air as it travels around, and then does it just go back to its base after it has done its job? How long does it need to work in order to air purify?
So first, I would like to say a few words about the Air Purifying System, which is electrostatic technology integrated. So we are using these negative ions spreading around, and those negative ions will stick to the dusts and pollen or smoke. And thanks to these films all around the drone that are electrodes, we are going to attract those negatively charged particles, and they are going to accumulate on this surface. So all the pollen or a bit of smoke or dust will just end up here. At the end of the flight, which is around 15 minutes, it comes back to the starting point. And then you just need to take this filter off, wipe it, and you can reuse it as many times as you want.
Wow. I mean, that's fascinating. I love how you said at the end of the flight, because you don't tend to think of something flying in your home. And in fact, we were hoping to be able to demonstrate it flying in the building, but of course there are restrictions. And because we don't have netting surrounding our broadcast center, they can't quite do that. But I'm sure you have some video on your website and so forth. And this is truly fascinating because you simply wipe the filter down, yeah?
Exactly, yeah.
And then you use it again.
Yeah, that makes it a very environment-friendly product, because you don't have to throw away the filter. You can reuse it as many times as you want.
Nice. And when, or is it available yet? If not, when might it be available?
So now it's still in the development phase. So this is just a prototype you can see here. It will be available next year, around March. To sale.
Just in time for my birthday. That's how you planned it, I'm sure, right?
Yes, this was planned. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And do you know what it might cost in March when it's available?
So for now, it's not a definitely decided cost, but it's set to be around 5,000 euros.
Oh, €5,000, which
Exactly.
these days is about the same in US dollars.
Yes.
So $5,000. But come on, you can be the first on your block to have a drone in your home cleaning the air. You mentioned the flying time is about 15 minutes?
15 to 20
for
minutes.
an average house, of course, depending
Yes.
on how the size of your house. And then it goes and parks itself, right, back
Exactly.
in its dock.
So there is no dock for now. This is the next step. The next version will include certainly a dock, but so far the drone just comes back to the starting point and lands safely. So you just have to change the battery manually, and it can fly again. It's ready for a new cleaning session.
And it does this without hitting obstacles because it
Exactly.
has mapped the home and it knows, oh, there's a chandelier there, for example, go around, right? Or the hanging lights, or there's some other obstacle. Can it work if you have perhaps upstairs, if you have a two-story home? Can it travel upstairs and do the upper bedrooms or something?
So it can. The path it creates is quite random. So if the entrance to the second floor is big enough, eventually the drone will go there. But if it's too narrow, with this version, the drone will not be able to go there.
Okay.
So we'll have to place it in the second floor and start it.
And of course, the benefits of clean air we shouldn't have to mention, but we do, right? I mean, when you remove, does it all? We talked about pollen things. Does it also handle pet dander? You have dogs or cats, and the hairs flying throughout your home. Will it somehow be able to help you remove that as well?
If you place a hair on very close to this surface, it will, of course, stick to this. But unfortunately, the hair of pets is not floating in the air for a long time.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I think it's difficult to get them to stick.
That's where you use the robotic vacuum.
Exactly.
Because now it's on the floor, it's in the carpet. Use that. So
to some extent, it can clean the floor because of the airflow induced by the propellers. It blows on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So it will lift some dust, and then as it's in the air, the drone can clean it.
Okay.
So it's less efficient than a vacuum cleaner because this is just a side effect, but it can also clean the ground to some extent.
But this would fly near your ceiling, right? It's not. I mean, it's not flying just above the surface of the floor.
So the heights can vary. This is a very random flight, so it will just avoid the obstacles and the walls. But besides of that, it can travel in 3D, so the height can vary, the X and Y.
So again, it's looking for obstacles, so it will go up or down as necessary, right? That's fascinating. Well, we wish you well because I love the concept. I think it's amazing. We talk a lot about air filters and the technology involved. We've never yet, until now, talked about a drone in your home cleaning the air. So
that's the first one.
Yes. Well, proud of you for doing so. Make sure you stay in touch with us and let us know when they do become available.
Sure.
And our audience that can afford the $5,000 and indoor drone will be hopefully among the first to get it. You can visit creative-technology.co.jp for Japan. And we'll get you there when you hit us up at intotomorrow.com. Thomas Nguyen with Creative Technology. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Continued good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
We're glad our producers found you because it's certainly one of the fascinating things that we would like to cover at shows like this.
Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure. I'm Dave Graveline. Stay tuned. There is much more to come as we continue bringing you further into tomorrow from Berlin, Germany, our 20th year covering IFA. Right here on the Advanced Media Network.